Food and weight obsession can be exhausting. Losing weight, gaining weight, dieting, feeling like a failure because you missed a workout, binged, overate, or gained all the weight back. The cycle is endless and it can be maddening. But I'm here to say you can stop the mental madness. You can take back control of your food behaviors, but you have to face your fears, you have to ask for help, and make a change. I am Leslie M. Thornton, permanent weight loss coach from hpwl.co. This is Hypnosis for Permanent Weight Loss, and I know you can make this happen. On this podcast, you will hear how to stop the mental madness, love your body, trust your food decisions so you can create a life of happiness, freedom, and inner peace. Leslie M. Thornton, Hypnosis for Permanent Weight Loss. Wanting to speak to you about the ties between food and abundance. This has been coming up everywhere lately. Recently just enrolled a couple clients into our Hypnosis for Permanent Weight Loss program who consider themselves healers as well as entrepreneurs. And having conversations with these women is, first of all, so inspiring to me. And probably the reason for that is because I see so much of myself in them and my journey when it's come to food, body, and weight, and how it's been tied to my journey towards getting out of scarcity mindset and stepping into abundance. 2023 is upon us, and there is so much to step into when we're talking about a conversation around abundance. So let me share. So back when I first found hypnosis, I was a nurse by trade. So I was very science-minded and was very health conscious because of being science-minded and really valued health. I started working out at the gym at a young age and was, trying to implement healthy eating habits very early on, which is amazing. And constantly found that I was feeling not as good, right? Or not doing enough, or not going to the gym enough, or eating off my food plan, or gaining weight back after I lost it all. And the whole yo-yo cycle. Anyone who knew me in high school remembers Leslie in that way. And then I found hypnosis, was completely blown away by the fact that in one night of listening to the recording, I actually felt like I was able to sit in my body. I was able to relax. I wasn't scared about becoming on my 600-pound life anymore, which was a real fear. So don't really want to laugh about it. It's laughable now because I'm past it, but that anxiety was very real for a very long time for me and for many of my clients as they're going through this journey. So I am very sympathetic and empathetic towards that. But that was gone after experiencing the hypnosis and being able to kind of get my headspace in the right place, because 95% of the results that we get is based on what's going on in the unconscious mind. So that was mind-blowing to me, literally. And so after that, I just got so enamored and interested into what else I could create by tapping into my unconscious mind using a modality like hypnosis, later into neurolinguistic programming and other aspects that really can support us in hitting our goals through the unconscious mind in a positive way. I know there's a lot of media that has NLP used in the not good way, very negative way, manipulating type of way. And this is not what we're talking about. We're talking about using our mind to get healthier, to get happier, to get freer, to become more abundant, to be in service more, to make a difference with this life that you have on this planet. And I just got so enamored with the entire thing, found Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, and it really showed me the science of how the unconscious mind works when it comes to producing results easily and effortlessly in our lives. When I made the decision then I found coaching, which is very much in alignment, same thing. I consider our program, the entire thing is hypnosis, because we know from science that the way to actually wire and create new habits is through repetition and emotion. So just by putting yourself in a coaching container and surrounding yourself with other people up to the same thing, with a coach that has been through all the spaces so that you don't just give up and go back to a diet on your journey towards food freedom, is a recipe towards success, along with the actual tools of hypnosis and the emotional mastery and the coaching that you get for the challenges that you deal with in your individual life, right? All of that's necessary to have permanent food freedom. And when I made the decision, because I was so passionate about this, I was like, there was nothing else I thought of besides coaching. I signed up for every single coaching thing I could find. I was on everybody's email list. I was going to everybody's webinars. I obviously got certified and trained as a coach myself. I started hating my nursing job more and more and more because I was like, this is the only thing I want to do. And story for a different day around how hard it was for me to actually be brave enough to leave the job and step into entrepreneur world. Back in 2015, it's been quite a few years now and would never look back. So even though I loved nursing, I gotta say, like, that was amazing. I learned so much. I have so much love and appreciation for any and all healthcare professionals. We literally save lives every day in ways that if you're not involved in the hospital, it's profound. So just shout out to all healthcare providers because you're amazing, like so amazing. I have so much respect. And this was my vocation, was to get to people and support them with letting go of the mental obsessions and the addictions and fixations that we have towards negativity and stress and emotional eating that leads to those poor health habits and bad behaviors. And instead of people getting stuck in that trap that I was stuck in for many years of what's wrong with me, why can't I stop? You know, all this type of stuff. It's like I say to my clients all the time, the only thing that's wrong with you is that you believe that there's something wrong with you. And we just need to rewire your brain to realize that you're amazing, and learn how to master those emotions to get you to where you want to go, which is what I'm speaking about next. So I knew, I was like, okay, if I don't like, I want to do hypnosis and I want to do coaching, but I don't want to be poor. Now, why do I say that? Well, maybe people can think about, maybe not everybody, depends on who is in your vortex. But to me, in the world that I was living in at the time, I knew many healers. I was into alternative health type of stuff. And I saw that they weren't making any money or very little money. And for me personally, I did not want that. Right. And just today I was talking to a potential client, and same for her. She's into sculpture, but she's also like into healing, and she wants to create a healing center. And her beliefs around finances and money and how bad it is, you know, with all of the terrible things that are happening in society, which, don't get me wrong, I hear it, I know it, it's right, I get it. And right. And there's no right or wrong way. It's just getting that it's all belief systems, right? That if we focus on scarcity and lack and what's going wrong, then what we see in our current realities in our lives is scarcity and lack and what's going wrong. So actually pivoting over into that space of abundance. So where I see scarcity affecting our clients is everywhere. And in general, I read a book one time that I've been referring to lately. Can't remember what it's called now, Money something. Anyway, she was talking about how the biggest pandemic, sorry if that's too soon of a statement to use, but in our society is this belief of not enoughness, that human beings today, especially Americans, are running around with this, like, not enough money, not enough food, not enough time, you know, all of this kind of stuff that just like self-perpetuates this anxious cycle and then causes us to make poor eating decisions, and then causes us to be hard on ourselves, and then causes our energy to be lower. It's like, and then we just get stuck in this big ball of lack and scarcity and not enoughness. And so if we want to have a different experience, we need to step into abundance and into that mindset of there is more than enough. There's more than enough money to go around. There's more than enough food to go around. There's more than enough time, because you bend time and you create space in your own reality of your mind. And then what kind of experience that you can create from that space. one of the things that I train in my NLP trainings is the difference between making goals that are away from goals versus toward goals. Okay. So most of us, because we are coming from that space of fear and lack and scarcity, are making goals from a place that's away from, meaning I don't want to get diabetes. I don't want to be on my 600-pound life. I don't want to get cancer. I don't want to. So therefore, I must follow this plan perfectly. I must get stuff together and X, Y, and Z. Now, consider the fact the reason why you are starting and stopping and being successful and not successful, not able to stay consistent, not staying motivated to do those actions is because you're making your goal from a place of fear, scarcity, lack. So instead, this year, if you so choose to do, I want to invite you to make your goal from a type of goal that's called a toward goal. Okay, so if you were safe now, if there was more than enough now, which there is, if anything was possible now, if everything was in abundance, if you had more than enough money, if you had more than enough time, if you had endless health and vitality and energy, what would you be doing now? And then making your goals from that space of the now, of the abundance channel, and watch how that ends up being a compelling future for you to feel inspired to move towards. And if you haven't up to this point, consider the fact that your goal or your vision is not big enough. Okay, maybe your soul has this desire to heal the planet or to teach something or to start a business or to start a family or to buy a new home or whatever it is. But there's this part of you, because you're coming from fear and lack and scarcity, that's not allowing yourself to step into what that desire actually is. Recently, I did a podcast episode on vision boarding, and we talked about how your desires, the word desire actually comes from the word of the Father. So they matter, right? They're divine. And if you can think it and you can imagine it, then it matters, and you can step into that as well. All right. So, invitation to, when you again are making your goals, do it from a space of abundance and watch. I have a client right now who she wants to do this famous mountain trek. I can't remember exactly what it is, with her, someone in her family she cares about very much. And she has lost, she's at her goal weight right now after being in the program for however long she's been in the program. And the reason that we know that she's been able to easily and effortlessly get there is because she has this positive, abundant future that she is stepping into just by signing up for this trek that she's always wanted to do with someone she super cares about. So it's just like, it makes sense for her because she's so excited about that future to live into. Versus if you were making that goal from, I don't want to get diabetes like my mom, or I don't want to have a heart attack like my dad, or whatever, then it's like, that is, what kind of future is that? Like, it's disempowering. It's negative. It causes more stress. It causes more pressure, more anxiety that causes us to need to get rid of that somehow. And so what do? We turn to food and we eat. Okay. So there is a direct connection between your food and your food behaviors and your habits and how much you are living in the abundance mindset, right? So I want you to actually have an honest conversation with yourself. How often are you thinking abundant thoughts? How often are you thinking abundant thoughts? Abundant thoughts would be something like, I know who I am. I'm excited for life. There's more than enough. Totally okay that person said no. The next person could be a yes. I'm excited for what's coming in. I'm excited for the future that we're creating. I'm excited for what's possible. How is this happening for me? What am I learning? How am I growing? How am I becoming who I need to become as the human being? These are the types of thoughts that person who has already accomplished that goal that you have for yourself, whatever that is for you, would be thinking if they had it. So you got to be living as if now. and watch how things like food, body, and weight, or any other addictive obsession or, problem or like really hard thing to handle really dissipates. Okay, so that is my words of wisdom to you today. Happy, happy, happy New Year. Super grateful for anyone and everyone who is in our network listening to the podcast. Thank you for being part of our community. We appreciate you. We wish you the best New Year. And if anyone needs support when it comes to actually doing the work of emotional mastery, focusing on your goals, right? Every basketball star has a coach, okay? Every athlete, every pro player of anything has a coach, right? So I just want to let you know, for anyone this resonates with, there is absolutely nothing wrong with you if you can't stay consistent and can't stay motivated. If the basketball players did not have a team and they did not have a coach, they would be watching Netflix and chilling and eating bonbons every day as well. It's just what the human brain does when it's not in a container that's structured in a way that the brain can't help but to do well and thrive in. So give yourself the gift, whether it's hypnosis for permanent weight loss or any other coaching container that has a coach that has achieved something that you want to achieve, right? And has a system set up with proven results and, that you trust and know and like. Just get in that container for yourself. It will make you happier, healthier, stay consistent with whatever matters to you, and help you step into that abundant life that that you've always wanted. Love you so much, and we'll see you next time. If you are serious about taking action on your struggle with food, body, and weight, then this is for you. Go ahead and text the word hypnosis to 855-BE-ALIVE. That's 855-232-5483. Immediately after texting that number, you will get access to our free training that will tell you why you can't figure the food, body, and weight thing out, why you can't keep weight off even after you've been successful in the past, and how to actually overcome it, including a mini hypnosis session at the end. Don't miss out. Text the word hypnosis to 855-BE-ALIVE. That's 855-232-5483.